Welcome back. You're still watching the game. It's crunch time for our 2023 UAAP Men's Basketball Rewind, and we've got basketball analyst Diego Dario with my partner Paolo De Rosario for our final segment tonight. Take it away, Paolo.
And of course, for the final segment, we have the hottest topic here, which is Diego Dario's All UAAP team. That's right, the awards that matter the most.
For this year, of course.
For this year, all right. So let's take a look at it here. Let's go through the guards first, because you have interesting choices for the guards in what has been an incredible season for guard play in the UAP.
Well, we've seen heroes born here in the UAP, especially this season. And for the guards, I chose Ray Remogat as the point guard, LJ Gonzalez as the two guard, and of course KQ. But let's talk about Ray Remogat, of course. His story is different too. Some people forget that he was a bench player last season. He wasn't even getting minutes. But he had 2 games where he exploded for, I think, 20 points in the latter part of the season for UE last season. And then, from then on, he just grabbed that opportunity all the way to the next season. You know, some players graduated or even left UE, and Ray Remogat took the opportunity. He was given the opportunity, and he made the most out of it, winning Mythical 5.
Yeah.
That's different.
And he's also second in official MVP stat race. So he put up the numbers. He really was the face of this team.
Anyone could have crumbled in his situation.
Anyone could
right?
have. But talking about guys who did not crumble, we have to talk about LJ once again, because LJ was suddenly thrust with so much responsibility this season.
Well, basically, LJ Gonzalez, he was in a team where there's so many rookies.
Yeah.
He had a couple of seniors with him, but LJ really took over for FU. They didn't make it to the Final Four, but the way he played showed, of course, if you're in the UAP and in your senior year, you're talking about getting into the pros.
Yeah.
And when what he showed this season, he was saying, you know, to all these coaches, to all these scouts, that I'm ready. You know, I'm ready for the big moments. I'm ready to take big shots. And in the UAAP, you know, how important is it to hit game winners and to prove to others, to the coaches, that you're willing to take those kinds of shots?
Well, you know, we talk about being pro-ready, and this next guy, Kevin Kiambao, is not just pro-ready. He said, I'm pro-ready, but I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay 1 more year. And KQ, what more can be said about this guy?
I mean, historical. We talked about Game 1 earlier, them losing 30 points. Game 2, LaSalle won that by a lot. But Game 3, KQ really took over in that Game 3, where in Game 3, everyone's tired.
Yeah.
You know, stats don't even matter anymore at that point. You have 25,000 people inside the arena. And in that last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, I remember, they just gave the ball to KQ and let him work, whether him giving the right pass, him making big shots. And that's how legends are made.
Yeah.
What KQ did in that Game 3.
He's not yet quite the finished product, but in the UAP, he's getting close to it. Now, let's take a look at another guy here that Diego has in his list that is not yet the finished product. He is getting better, but already one of the top bigs in this particular season, Mason Amos of Ateneo.
Well, we've seen moments for Mason Amos as a power forward for Ateneo, but just moments, because he doesn't have that trust yet, maybe of Coach Tab and the coaching staff defensively. But offensively, we've seen some things that we haven't seen from a big guy like Mason Amos. His quick release from 3, the way he puts down the ball, he can create shots by himself is different. I mean, 6'6", 6'7" guy who can hit step-back threes is something to watch out for, because he has 4 more years in the UAAP.
Nakatakot yan. But of course, the last guy we have to talk about is someone who I personally feel is a bit underappreciated. Though he is, honestly, statistically speaking and impact-wise, one of the best guys in the UAP, Malik Diouf.
Best guys in the UAP, on the court and off the court. You know, he's been loved by a lot of his teammates and other, you know, the UAP community. But Malik Diouf, especially when Ange Kwame graduated, he was kind of that guy for UP. The way he changed the whole situation for UP, you know, always in the finals, always contending for that championship. It was because of him, because he was that main guy on defense, and on offense, he's always an option for them. So Malik Diouf, you know, he's not maybe the flashiest of them all, but he's always the most effective. In the UAP, sobrang important. like to be effective and efficient.
You know, I want to challenge all of the UP fans out there to take a look at his numbers, his final numbers, and then see where he stands in the all-time list of greatest UP players.
Yeah.
So it's
Might
gonna be
even
really
say
interesting.
might be the best one.
Do you see? That's why I want to have a debate. But
Right.
Diego, maraming salamat. Really appreciate this list. And of course, Happy New Year. Can't wait to see you next year and see what you do in 2024.
Thank you so much, guys, and Happy New Year.
All right.
Thanks, Diego. Well, what a way to cap off our last episode of the year. Thank you for joining us this 2023. I am Lexi Rodriguez.
And I'm Paulo Del Rosario. Happy New Year. And this has been The Game.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all the time. Download Pilipinas Live now.